Okay, so this is January, and since it's January follows a month of spending. This is why we have a lot of financial problems in January. So January comes after December, and December is a month of spending. People are traveling, going for holiday. People are partying. People are doing different things that involve money. So whatever money people have in December, they end up spending all of it. And then December is the month of spending, and then January is the month of financial responsibilities. There are so many financial commitments that people have in January. And this is why after spending their money in December, come January, they end up going to get loans for them to be able to finance their financial commitments. Okay, so now I want to make you understand how Letsego and Intrepo, because those are the two well-known loan institutions in Namibia. So I want to make you understand how they operate, how they charge their charges or their interest rate. I want to make you understand how they work. So in order for you to understand how, because this is where the confusion is, most people understand how registered micro-lenders operate. So with registered micro-lenders, this is how they operate. So if you take a 1,000, the interest rate of 30%, it will be 1,000 plus the 30%. 30% of 1,000 is 300. So you will have to pay back 1.3. So just the 300 plus the 1,000 you borrowed. So altogether it's 1.3. So on 1.3 on 3-month installment, you just divide the 1.3 times 3 months, which is 3-month installment. Then per month you'll be paying 433.33. So when you multiply 33.33 by 3, it gives you 1.3. So there are no hidden charges. It's just how much you borrowed 1,000 plus the 30% interest, which is 300, which gives you 1.3. Then you divide it by 3 months, which gives you 433.33. You can also divide it by, let's say, 2 months. So whatever you pay in 2 months will give you this one in total. You can also pay it in 1 month installment. So you just pay the whole amount. So there are no hidden charges here. So people take this understanding and bring it here. Letshego and Intrepo. So when people are being told Letsego is the interest rate of Letsego are at 18.4, people think, let's say if I'm going to borrow 100,000, the interest rate of 18.4. So people think it's 100,000 plus 18.4. 18.4 of 100,000 is 18,400. So people think it's 100 plus 18.4 and then divided by 6 months, with 60 months, which is 5 years. So which will give you roughly around maybe 1.8 or 1.9. That's the understanding most people have. Because that understanding comes from here. That's where the understanding comes from. So, but these ones, their way of operation is very different. So I want to make you understand how these guys operate. Let's say how in Intrepo, why people are stuck, why most government employees are stuck in loans. Okay? So to start with, let's say the most common borrowed amount is 100,000. Let's say you borrow 100,000. So 100,000, if you borrow 100,000, and then you have to pay it back in 60 months. But now there is 72 months available payment period. But most people prefer 60 months because 72 just became available recently. So back in the days, all these years, I think from 2022 backwards, to just 60 months. 60 months is 5 years. So if you take 100,000 and pay it back in 5 years, which is 60 months, you'll be paying 2.9, 30.31 per month. So if this is how much you pay per month, after 60 months, you'll end up paying 175.818. But you just borrowed 100,000. Look at how much you pay back. 175.818, which is above this one. If you're using this one, if you're just adding this one on top of what you borrowed divided by 60, you're not going to end up paying this one. You're just going to end up paying 118,400. But now you've gone to 175.818 because their interest rate are above this. The way they calculate their things is different from the way these guys are calculating their things. So let me make you understand how these guys calculate. So when you borrow a 100,000, this is your installment per month. 2,930.3 being multiplied by 60, which gives you 175.818. So how do you end up with this one? You end up with 174 because their actual interest rate is not 18.4 but 75.8. So you just add, let's say 100,000 plus 75.8%, which will give you this. It will give you this amount. So this is provided you pay it over a period of 60 months. If you decide to settle it earlier, it will be less than this. But if you go for full stretch, 60 months, this is how much you'll be paying. But your monthly installment is this one. So that's how they operate. If you borrow 100,000, you pay back 175 because the actual interest rate of Letsgo, if you pay for 60 months, is 75.8% and not 18.4. And you are still going to add insurance here on top of this 100,000. Insurance of roughly 10,000 on this one. That's why your installment is also going so high. So when you are getting a 100,000, don't add this one and then divide it by 60. I'm telling you, it will give you a wrong answer. It might even give you 1.9 or 1.8, and you'll think the installment is very small. And when the first deduction comes, you'll be surprised when you see a 2.9. Okay? So if, let's say, if you take, this is 100 installment is this one. So if you take a 50, you just divide this one by 2. That will be your installment, which is roughly 1.4, let's say 1.450. That will be your installment. Okay? Thanks very much. Like, share, and subscribe. So in my next video, I'm going to explain to you how unregistered loan sharks operate. Not these registered micro lenders, but unregistered loan sharks. I'm going to make you understand how those things work, why people are stuck in loan sharks. Thanks very much. Like, share, and subscribe.